everyone. Welcome to the Blue Zones Wellness podcast. And we are here today with our CEO and founder of Blue Zones Wellness. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you. Thank you.
So you are the CEO and founder of Blue Zones Wellness. What is Blue Zones Wellness? Can you inform us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. Yeah. So Blue Zones Wellness is like a virtual wellness center. Mm-hmm. It's like an online portal that would get your DNA genetic map done and will hook you up with the right specialized with whatever you need to achieve with your health. So it's a wellness and performance center that would help you reach your peak and live happy, healthy life.
Okay. So you're testing people's DNA?
So Blue Zones is a virtual wellness center. If anybody has any complaints about the health, whether mental or physical health, they can come to Blue Zones. We will check their genetic makeup, and we will also direct them to the right or the best specialist within the area they need. For example, if somebody has complaints about chronic disease, what they call now chronic disease, like diabetes, blood pressure, we can direct them to one of our co-partners that would check their genetic makeup and will also check their health state, blood work, everything, and will make him the right diet plan and give him the right directions to achieve their optimum health.
What does DNA testing look like? Am I getting my blood drawn? Am I taking a saliva swab?
It's a very simple saliva swab test. So what happens is that Blue Zones will ship you the kit. It comes to your doorstep, or we can send you one of our representatives. We'll collect, or you can do the collection yourself. It's just simple swab on your inside cheek from both sides. You lock it, send it back to us. Then we process it and then give you results. I think we give you a full report with all your genetic makeup, any sort of variations, anything that you may experience, God forbid, in the future. We will give you the heads up, and we will also tell you what you need to do about it.
And how long does that process from swabbing to shipping take approximately?
I would say it's between 2 to 4 weeks. It depends on your location, the time of the year, sometimes public holidays, etc.
Okay. So this can be done anywhere in the world?
Yes, anywhere in the world.
And I have seen this DNA type of testing around the world. Is there something different about your DNA testing in comparison to others?
Absolutely. So in two areas, we stand out quite a lot. One is the amount of genes that we test, because the more you understand about your body, the more you can achieve. And also the amount of information we provide. So we have a research team that looks for new publications, new studies on a daily basis, and they update the system on a daily basis as well. And we give actionable plan, so some things that you could do about it, whether what to eat, what not to eat, what kind of exercise you need to practice, how often, and what food supplements you need to take to make up for any lack of functions within your body.
So you are able to test more genes?
Absolutely, yes.
How many genes are there?
So at the moment, the machine processes around 27,000 genes, but the studies are not in all of them, and the actionable steps that you can take are not in all of them. But we have the most, if not all, the available studied genes in the world.
Okay, amazing. And so you said that you give more in-depth feedback on what a person can do to heal a gene or prevent
illness. You see, genes are expressed by the epigenetic layer. So I could have a gene for cancer, God forbid, and it never develops. Because what dictates this is the lifestyle, the environment, the food that I eat, how I handle and or respond to stress. So we just want to make sure that bad genes are not expressed, and good genes are functioning to the best of their ability.
So when you see a bad gene, you're able to then tell the client, this could be done, this could be done, this could be done, this could be done.
Absolutely correct.
To kind of
not having it expressed.
Okay, not having it expressed.
Because once it does, it will develop some sort of disease. That could be depression. It could be anything. Like, I don't want to name diseases, but it could be anything. We have a list of 5,000 diseases. Having bad genes could be expressed too. But your lifestyle, your daily routine, your diet regime will dictate whether that happens or not.
So you said you will direct the patient towards supplements?
Supplements is one element.
Yeah.
Diet food plan is another element.
Diet.
And what sort of
practices?
Regular checks that they need to do as well to early detect any foreseen problems, because the earlier you detect the problem, the better you can deal with it. And we also tell them what kind of exercise they need to do and what exercise to avoid. Like for some people, it's not good to go jogging very fast, for example, for 5 miles.
Oh, interesting.
For some people, they need to do eye-to-hand coordination sports like paddle or tennis, or for some people, just walking.
Okay. That's very detailed. And then the supplement area, does Blue Zones deal with that in an in-depth way? Do they provide supplements?
Absolutely. So what will happen, the system will tell you what supplements you need to take. That will be cross-checked with a doctor as well. And then we can formalize this for you. We can formulate it, for you. So we do the compounding via third party at the moment, but we compound with very trusted pharmacies, and that could be delivered to your doorstep as well. We also deal with peptides. We deal with HRT, which is hormone replacement therapies, all via third party, so that we're like the mediators. We found the best in the world for you, so you don't have to go to the wrong clinic or to the wrong doctor. What we do is that we give the full picture, because our system integrates the blood work, your condition, and it has all. We ask you for all your information, like your age, your weight, what you want to achieve, all your medical history, even if you've done x-rays. And we do this with the Dutch test as well to check all your hormones and the balances. And with this all information together, it gives us like a client profile or a client matrix that looks at every single aspect of your health. And based on that, the plans start to develop.
So you're saying that, if I'm understanding this correctly, that there could be a unique supplement or unique supplements that you need to take, and then you will, Blue Zones will create like almost like your own little supplement pill with all these different types of supplements inside that pill.
Correct.
Rather than having to go to the store and buy this one, that one, this one, that one.
Absolutely.
You're going to have your own like bottle of supplements made with your own like
personalized
recipe, I guess, of supplements inside inside your capsule.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. That's different. I've never heard of that actually before. So
it is common in some countries, not in other countries. But if we know exactly what you need, you're not going to go to the pharmacy or the supplements store and keep looking, and they will dictate what dose you take as well. But we do the formula exactly as your body needs it.
That's really cool.
And that's based on genes. And blood work, health condition, medical history, and what you desire as well. So what do you want to achieve? Do you want to sleep better? Do you want to come out of antidepressants? Do you want to lose weight? Do you just want to preventive measures, like you want to prevent illness from developing? So based on all of these factors, we create a formula for you. And if you would like to have this formula delivered to your doorstep, we can also do this.
Amazing. Have you had the test done on yourself?
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, actually the reason I'm in this field now is because I had the test done on myself, and I was supplemented with the right type and dosage of supplements, and it helped me a great deal. It helped me with my depression, which is the reason why I'm here today, and it helped me with also fatty liver, pre-diabetes stage, to being able now to function. Alhamdulillah, I do sports. I'm a lot lighter, and I'm off the antidepressants.
Okay. So when you got the original test done, you were on antidepressants?
Absolutely, yes. I was very tired.
What did that look like, the process of coming off those antidepressants and making that transition to supplements?
It was very easy once I found a way.
Yeah.
So I tried to come off the pills myself before, and it was shocking. Like,
what happened?
I got like dizzy.
Okay.
I've got like blurry visions, and I was very, very anxious, like very anxious when I did it blindly, like without the support of a doctor or help of a specialist on this area. But when I did my test, I found out, okay, I have mutation, few mutations when it comes to the neurotransmitters, you know, whether the production of the neurotransmitters or the degradation of them. You know, your body needs to be working in certain order so you can have the right amount of dopamine and serotonin and other neurotransmitters in your brain. When I did the test, I found that my brain does not make enough serotonin, and it degrades very fast. It doesn't make enough dopamine, and also goes faster than usual. And then I knew, okay, now maybe that explains why I've experienced what I've experienced. Of course, the other elements or other facts have helped me develop the depression, but the fact that I had the gene not working well, not 100% competent, if I can say, had made me get the depression. And when I found this, that finding itself helped me a great deal. After I found out, I asked for a plan, and okay, they said to me, okay, now we're going to give you Radiola Rosa, for example, because that will help you produce more dopamine, or L-Dopa, that will lead to dopamine, you know, the precursors of the neurotransmitter itself. With serotonin, okay, now I need to take certain supplements like L-tryptophan or 5-HTP or GABA, whatever. And not just this, I need also to take regular walks in the nature. I need to sleep well. I need to, you know, like stay in touch with nature, because that is, and also do some good deeds. So it's a full plan, and the supplements were part of it. But knowing this and knowing that, you know, there is some things that I could do, and I will get my neurotransmitters balanced in my brain, and I will come off the pill. It was amazing. And then
you said that you tried to come off the antidepressants on your own. You weren't successful. So did you go back on the antidepressants? And,
of course.
And then you started the supplements. And then when you started the supplements, then you weaned yourself off the antidepressants, or you immediately stopped them? Or what did that look like when you brought on the supplements and you got off the antidepressants? Like, what did that process look like? Were you weaning yourself off? Were you following a doctor's steps? Or did you just cut it and switch it to supplements and you were fine?
No, okay. At the beginning, when I stopped myself, there were no plans, there was no supplements, there's nothing. I just stopped.
Yeah.
Because I felt bad. I want to come off it, so I tried.
You felt bad on the antidepressants?
Of course, very bad.
Okay, so tell me more about that. What happened when you were on the antidepressants that you wanted to get off of them?
Oh my God, it was a mix of emotions. So when I was on antidepressants, I was Still upset.
Okay. Still depressed?
Still depressed. Absolutely. I was less depressed, shall we say.
Okay.
But I've also experienced this flatness with my emotions, like nothing really matters.
Yeah. Like you had no emotion.
Literally, yes. So something that I should be angry about, I'm not angry.
Yeah.
Something I should be sad about, I'm like, whatever.
And did that mean something you'd be happy about? You're not happy?
I was like, oh, well, so what?
Okay.
So it was like this flat...
Emotionless.
Yeah. Something like that,
yeah.
yes.
Kind of went cold,
Minimum
numb.
emotion.
Numb,
yes.
they say?
Absolutely
almost
numb.
Okay.
Numb is the answer to your question. It's numb.
Okay.
And I hated it.
Yeah. And so how long did you do that?
Because I was numb.
How
2
long?
years.
You're numb for 2 years?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. And then?
And then my sexual desire was gone.
Gone? Okay.
The desire, not the ability.
Yeah.
Not that it matters anyway, but...
yeah, it does. It does. I mean...
The desire was gone.
Gone.
Again, like I found myself sleeping. If I don't have to do something, I'll be asleep. So if I'm not out to make money, I'm asleep.
Okay.
So I wouldn't spend time with my kids. I wouldn't spend time with my partner.
Oh, wow.
I don't want to do anything that is, like fun or... So that was me not depressed.
Okay.
Or on the antidepressants. So it was not fair on my family, not fair on myself as well. It was just numb.
Okay, so then you said you came off it and you had all these side effects and...
Yeah, side effects were really bad.
They're really bad?
Yeah.
And how long did they last for? So you went back on them?
No, I couldn't manage without them.
Oh, okay, so you tried for how long were the side effects bad for?
For like 3 days.
3 days? And you went back on it?
Yeah, because my vision is blurry. Like,
okay.
Can you imagine? Like, I cannot see properly.
Yeah.
I cannot focus on anything.
Yeah.
I get like shaky.
Okay.
And it was...
So when you did finally come off them,
severe withdrawal
what did that look like?
Symptoms.
What did that look like when you finally came off them? What was the process like? Was it when you were supplementing?
So it was when I found out about my genetic makeup.
Yeah.
I found out my variations. I understood why I got to this stage, the depression stage, because I always had the potential, because my genetic makeup allows me to have depression. Should I get any sort of inflammation or even go through a hard patch with my life for a long time, then my brain will not give me enough production of the neurotransmitters that I need to stay balanced.
Okay.
So when I knew this, I was like, wow, okay, now we know the problem. What is the solution? And then the solution came as it's a plan. It was not just replacing the supplements with the antidepressants. No, it takes more than that. So supplements will help, and also seeking the sunshine, going out in nature, sleeping well. So I had to sleep well, make an effort to sleep at night and sleep for good 7-8 hours. Eat the right food as well, because the report would give you what to eat and what to avoid. So it was all together. It made it very, very easy, and I started coming off the antidepressants gradually.
Okay.
You just
cut them. You started taking them like less.
Yeah, reducing
like a
the
dosage
for 1 week, and then I would reduce it further for another. But I came very, very fast. Mm-hmm. So I think it took me about 6 weeks to completely be antidepressants free. Mm-hmm. Some people wean off that for a long time. Mm-hmm. If they're lucky, they do it in 1 year, for example.
Okay. You were on the antidepressants for 2 years. And then you said you were less depressed, but then had so many side effects. By what percentage would you say you were less depressed with the medication, with the antidepressants?
You see, the antidepressants helped me a lot with the anxiety more than the depression itself.
Okay. And then when you were
the depression, let's say I was suicidal, now I'm not suicidal.
Okay. You were suicidal and then you weren't suicidal.
Yes.
So it was like cut in half or something like that, maybe the depression? With the antidepressants.
Okay, when I first took it, I felt quietness, calmness, and I was happy.
Okay.
Because there was fight in my brain, like noise. Mm-hmm. This noise is gone.
Yeah.
But after this, I got used to that feeling of okay. Like I'm not anxious. I'm okay. I'm not worried. And once I got used to this, I think I'm 3 weeks, I started witnessing the other symptoms, like the side effects.
Yeah, the side effects.
Yes. It was better than being worried,
Yeah.
And nobody likes anxiety. And it was actually affecting my work, I could get angry, I could get worried for no reason. Like if you look at me for 2 minutes, I would like wondering, why is she looking at me? It could be this, it could be that, it could be that.
But then you got off the antidepressants and you were on the supplements. And in comparison to the antidepressants, what was the whole, like your regimen and your supplement regimen, after the gene test, like how much better was it? It was much better?
100%.
Yeah?
It was like me back to normal.
Without the side effects?
With no side effects.
Yeah.
You see, the reason I wanted to come off the antidepressants is to lose the side effects.
Yeah.
Because side effects were really bad.
Okay.
So I've just came back to life. I was able to perform better at work. I was able to come on social media and face people and talk about my experience. I was able to start a business. I was able to go to the gym regularly, lose weight with ease.
He had sex drive?
Absolutely. It's kind of like...
Okay.
Immediately, I think 2-3 weeks after quitting the medicine completely, I started experiencing feelings that I thought I forgot, it's left my brain.
Like empathy and
No.
joy.
Empathy, all of this was there, but actually like getting my drive back.
Sex drive. Oh, okay.
Or desire, literally, I should say.
Yeah.
And now I'm a lot happier, alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Like a lot happier than being on the antidepressants.
Yes.
Like I'm like, I've gone back to myself, like my old me, before I even got the depression.
God is good. Awesome.
And this journey is amazing. It's what actually motivated me to talk about it in social media and also to start a business, to find a solution for people. Like I really want to find solution for people that maybe normal people, like I was going to say have less willpower, but depression is depression. It's an illness, and some people are overweight, for example. Again, there is something behind it, whether it's emotional eating or it's emotional eating, because I think the emotional eating is the reason behind obesity in general. So I'm genuinely trying to find solutions, and sometimes the solution is not, a peptide or injection that you take. It takes more than this. Like for example, I'm trying to find a solution for emotional eating, because I binge eat. I eat when I'm worried, like when I'm stressed.
Okay.
I excessively eat, which it's a bad thing, but I want to find a solution other than just holding and relying on my willpower alone, because willpower, it's amazing. It will work for how long?
Yeah.
We're human being. It will work for how long? I don't know. But you will come off track as soon as your willpower fails you, because it could. So I looked at hypnotherapy. I'm looking at different types of peptides. I'm looking at like a bacteria,
Parasites?
Good bacteria that could help you. Bacteria that imitates the LGB peptide or hormone that makes you feel full or think you're full. I'm looking at different areas where I can find a really good solution for people to help him overcome this. And even some therapy, like psychotherapy, to find out why do you eat when you're not hungry. Is it because of your reward system when you were younger? Your family give you treats, and you link the treats with feeling good,
So this would be where Blue Zones ventures out and away from just DNA testing, but into like psych therapy.
Absolutely.
And
we have partnerships with many different specialists. So to provide those kind of packages, for the most common conditions. I don't want to say disease, but conditions in the world. So we have people that would look after your, mental well-being, all specialized in those areas. Even for example, to come off antidepressants, if you've been taking them for a long time, you need different components. You need to find out how we can support you genetically, and then you need to be under the supervision of a psychiatrist, and how you can conduct some sessions to help you on the process as well. So it's like a triangle of 3 different areas where we can help you to overcome this with less withdrawal symptoms, and to guarantee or enhance your chances of sustaining yourself and mental well-being without relying on any medicine. Just like courses or programs that would help for sure.
Is Blue Zones affiliated or connected with a psychiatrist?
Yes.
Who is open to not just prescribing prescriptions, but believes in the power of supplements? Again,
supplements, we're not gonna tell people it's a magic pill, So the supplements is definitely one area that would help a great deal. But I wouldn't throw this away and take that and it will work. No, it wouldn't. So the role of the psychiatrist here is just to monitor you coming off the antidepressants.
Okay.
And assessing your brain in like a scientific way.
Yeah.
To make sure that your brain is being able to give you the right amount of neurotransmitters and you're balanced. And then it becomes the therapist's role to guide you through it, monitor your feelings, how you feel, how not you feel. If you want to talk about your childhood traumas or fix it or whatever, they can support you with this. And the supplements would make it easy. So because it will increase the production of your neurotransmitters, and it stimulates your brain to to produce enough and maintain it as well, whilst you come off the antidepressants.
It just seems very almost contradicting that psychiatrist who prescribed the medication wants to get you off the medication.
That's the agreement.
You know what I mean?
That's the agreement we have, yes. Because even, it's funny because I just had one episode with my psychiatrist that put me on the antidepressants.
You had an episode with her?
Yes.
Okay.
And she said to me that we would welcome people to come out of the medicine.
She does want that for her clients?
Yes.
Okay, that's good to know.
She's saying to me, people don't want to do it.
Oh.
They get comfortable taking the antidepressants and they want to more.
Okay.
But if you have the willpower, you will do it. I told her, no, some people have the willpower, but they don't know how to do it.
Okay. And so is she the one who prescribes you the antidepressants? Is she part of Blue Zones?
She's not part of Blue Zones.
Okay.
She's not part of Blue Zones. Maybe she would be, I don't know.
Maybe.
Because we're open. She's very good. She's qualified and she knows what she's doing, but it's not her area to make people come off, the medicine. But she would always encourage them after 1 year, 2 years. In some cases, you cannot come off the antidepressants, according to what she said, because your brain shrunk and it cannot produce enough neurotransmitters to keep you balanced.
Okay. Does faith play a role in Blue Zone's wellness at all?
Absolutely. So the Blue Zone concept comes from reality. It is 5 areas around the world where people live happy, long lives. Happy, healthy, long lives. So they live up to 100, 103 years, 110 years even. with no doctor, with no antidepressants, with nothing. So there was a study made in all those areas and the people that live there, and found there are certain practices or qualities in their lives, that they all have, that help them achieve this longevity, like real longevity with no biohacks, nothing. And part of this was faith. So it is the food. In reality, they eat very well, whole food. They don't eat much, they eat just to live, not live to eat, if you know what I mean. They apply something called the 80% rule, so they will never fill themselves more than 80% of their capacity, like gut capacity. And they'll eat good food. So here, in the virtual reality, or in this, countries or the areas we live in, we do not have those qualities. We do not have the fields where we can eat from what we plant. So we do not have the food they eat. For example, they more focused on purple sweet potatoes, purple beans.
Straight from the garden.
Straight from the garden.
Yeah, they're picking their own food.
Grapes they can turn into wine.
Yeah.
So what we could do here in Blue Zone's Wellness is to provide the diet plans for people, and also give them the supplements for the food that they cannot eat on a daily basis. And we also found that they all maintain movement, not a sports, movement. So, for example, in Greece, there's an island called Skanao. Everybody walks or they cycle. Okay, and it's up hills, so everyone has really good stamina, good muscles in their legs, and it's embedded in their daily life. So it's not going to the gym for 1 hour or whatever. Now we cannot do this here. For example, in GCC, or the Middle East, it's very, very hot during the summer. You cannot walk outside, so we can replace this by online
fitness
training, or online even classes, or by going to the communities, whether you do Pilates or you go to the gym. But we need to replace the movement with sports, planned events in our areas. You'll find they all have very good social life. They love each other, they care for each other, they have gatherings every week at least. They have charity work, and they all have faith. So coming back to your question, is faith. They all have faith, and different type of faith. It doesn't matter what faith it is, but they have faith. Like some worship the ancestors, like in Japan, Okinawa. In I think Sardinia, they are a sect of Christianity. So what's common is that they definitely have faith. So we try to provide this. We imitate what reality says in those areas, and we try to complement it with Blue Zone's Wellness in a way that suits our areas, our lifestyles,
recreating
our limitations.
Making Blue Zone's Wellness, making Blue Zones all around the world.
Absolutely.
At home, bringing Blue Zones home.
Absolutely. See, I would much rather to live it and have that natural, but unfortunately, we cannot. We have, busy lifestyles. We're surrounded by concrete. We have that pressure, kids at school. Bills need to be paid. We don't have access to land and soil, so we have to go to the supermarket instead. But at least if we have this in mind and we apply the best practices we can get from reality, in a way to tweak it to suit our lifestyles, it will pay off.
Yes.
And this is the aim of Blue Zone's Wellness, is to educate people, because we do a podcast for this. And also to help people achieve their optimal level of performance, wellness and performance. So performance means I'm 70 years old, but I'm able to play with my grandkids. I'm pain free. I can, I have a healthy relationship with my wife. Not I am 50 or 40 even now in our countries. All around the world, actually, where people start getting the diabetes, blood pressure, bad knees, back pain. I'm sure you've seen this, a lot, and it's a shame, really. So we want to educate people, and we want to help them stay healthy for as long as possible.
So you said that faith is one of the pillars, in a sense, of Blue
Yes.
Zones, because you're taking it from reality. And in what ways will a patient or client have faith installed into their regimen or their program, or supported by Blue Zones? In what ways will that look like?
But it's a difficult one because faith is, people have different faiths.
It's different faith, yeah.
But what we do, we have like spiritual healing. Spiritual healing helps you to clear
Connect
your
with your
mind
faith.
and connect with your faith, regardless of what it is.
Okay.
We have one of our partners is a spiritual healer.
Yeah. And so is there anything about, like, what is your vision for Blue Zones in 20 years from now?
Ooh, that's a good question. So the vision is that it will be it will be like the first virtual wellness center that would open the doors for a lot of others to deliver what we're delivering, and we'll be leading the market in this area, and we'll be in at least 100 countries. Now we are in 5-6 countries, but we want to extend this to more people, more countries, and keep updating ourselves with the best and the newest biohacks or technology to help as many people as possible.
And in a sense, as commonly as one would maybe get a gym membership, they would get a Blue Zones gene test, yeah? Do you see that? Like, it being more common? Because, like, it's not that common to get a gene test. I've never had a gene test.
Sure.
And I actually don't know anyone besides yourself that...
See, I'd say in 20 years, if we can do it for free, that would be...
Free.
Yes.
Do the test for free.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Because everyone needs to know
Yeah.
about their genes. And at the moment, it's a paid service.
Yeah.
And it's expensive. So I want to make it very, very, very affordable.
Yeah,
to
maybe
everybody.
really that's one of the visions, is making it really affordable and accessible to all.
It could be for free as well.
I mean, I pray that happens if that's what you'd like.
If they buy other services.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything about Blue Zones that you think that maybe I don't know about, that you think would be important for the audience to know about?
Yes, absolutely. So Blue Zones are finding solutions and will continue to find solutions for the common obstacles for us to have a healthy life. So, for example, Blue Zones, if somebody's broken, don't come to me. Legs is broken, I cannot help you. Somebody who has stage 4 cancer, I cannot help. But Blue Zones cannot help. But if somebody wants to prevent illness, somebody wants to have a happier life, healthier life, somebody is suffering from what we call now chronic disease, we can definitely help. Somebody suffering, depression and anxiety, obesity, all these obstacles that stops people from having a happy, healthy life and having them not performing well as human being. We can help them, and we will continue finding solutions, and not traditional solutions. It's all out of the box. I'll just give an example of the depression and coming off the antidepressants. It's completely out of the box. It is complex. It's a few different elements to help you reach your goal. For example, for obesity, we're not going to do just take this peptide and as soon as you stop the peptide, you're gonna fall back into a worse eating habits. No, we will try to find the root cause. If the root cause was the way you were rewarded as a child, and that you relate, your reward system and dopamine production to food, we will try to stop this by doing therapy that could last, or could be hypnotherapy, or it could be just a psychological go back to your childhood and fix this belief of yours, as well as having the right food supplements, as well as having the right food plan, so you don't feel like you're starving yourself. So it's not the usual sort of solution, and it's not a magic pill. If you're looking for an easy answer, Blue Zones is not for you.
You mentioned that you would like the test to be maybe one day free. Is there a realm of charity that Blue Zones, that you envision or have for Blue Zones?
Yeah, this is from now. Like for every 10 tests, one is being done free.
Oh, for every test, one will be done.
Every 10.
For every 10?
Every 10. I wish
tests?
we can make it every test.
Okay, so for every 10 sessions, one will be done for free. And then how will that be decided upon? Like, who gets the free test? Will there be like people submitting their name and information and wanting to get the test and saying they can't afford it? Or how does that work?
Yes, it's from people that are following us, and or come through our channel partners, like the doctors that would recommend our tests. If somebody cannot afford the payments and they want to do it for themselves or the kids, we take their names and we deal with them based on the cases. If we can help them significantly, or based on how long they've been waiting.
Okay. Amazing. That's amazing. Well, thank you so much for informing me about Blue Zones. I feel a lot more informed and educated, and hopefully we can do this again in the future.
Sure. Thank you.